Yes, now to talk about this, criminal defense attorney Sara Azari. So talk about here the charges of this case.
Right. Salman, the wife of Mateen, has been charged with obstruction of justice and with aiding and abetting as a co-conspirator to this crime. And the reason is because under federal law, the government has to be able to prove that she was material support to this offense. And how they're arriving at that is through this investigation that they've done the past 7 months, is by showing that she had sufficient knowledge that he was going to carry out this plan, and she didn't do anything to report it to the authorities. So you mentioned the ammunition that she had knowledge about. She also knew that he had spent thousands of dollars before the shooting, and that much of that money was for the guns that were used in the shooting. She had gone to the location of this nightclub very shortly before the shooting and had scouted it with him. The friend that she claims he told her he was going to see when he went to Orlando, she knew that that friend does not live in Florida at the time. So these are the pieces of evidence that have been revealed during the course of this investigation that contradict some of the statements that she made. And it's also brought to light the fact that she lied to the FBI agents who interviewed her, which is obstruction of justice under federal law.
These are federal charges.
Federal charges.
The attack happened back in June. So the question is, how much did she know about the attack itself?
You know, it's interesting. She says things like, he told me he was going to carry out a jihadist attack, but I didn't think it was going to be this. And
it's just talk is almost what she's saying. You know, like how do you know when it crosses the line where I'm going to actually do it?
And I think the government's going to have to be able to prove, well, what else can a jihadist attack be? I mean, if he's telling you that he's going to, you know, go do this, and he's buying life insurance and making you the beneficiary right before this shooting, he's buying you expensive jewelry and putting his property in the name of his siblings, it's almost like he's planning to disappear. And how much more would she have to know? Obviously, this is a case of circumstantial evidence because she wasn't there at the scene, and it's not like he told her, you know, spelled it out, I'm going to go do this. But by connecting all these dots circumstantially, the government is hoping that they're going to be able to prove that she had enough knowledge to know that this was happening. Certainly when he got there and he was texting and then posting on his Facebook and asking her if she was seeing it on the news.
Right. She texted back, I love you, babe. Okay, so here's my question now. With these kinds of charges, if there is a conviction, what kind of time would she be facing?
Well, if she's found to be liable on the aiding and abetting for the actual offense, she could be facing life in a federal penitentiary. So it's pretty serious. And I think a lot of people are criticizing this as though, okay, this was a heinous crime. A lot of people died. We can't get the dead guy, so we're getting his wife. It's not really so. I mean, if you remember the San Bernardino attacks in 2015, the neighbor was also charged because he bought the gun. I mean, there's got to be some evidence. It's not just because we can't get our hands on the dead guy, so we're gonna, we're gonna go after his wife.
All right, we're gonna see how this all shakes out. She also claims she was a battered woman, an abused mother, and a mother of a 3-year-old, which is also sad as well.
Right.
Sara Azari, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Great
nice to see you.
All right.